What's up everybody, Nexel here again. So to follow up the leveling up video, this is going to be a video about evolving your medals. This shouldn't be new to anyone who's been playing the game for a while, but rather tips for beginners on what to pay attention to when evolving your medals. So referencing back to the level up video, once you level up a medal to its maximum level, so for example 20 here, once you level it up to level 20, you're going to have to evolve the medal into its next star form before you can start, gaining more levels and increasing the power of the medal. So going from a 1-star to a 2-star is called evolving. And pretty much after you hit the level cap, you're going to have to evolve. So let's go back to my medals and get started with the examples. Let's find Alice, because she's going to be the example we use here. So you're going to select the medal and hit evolve, and then you're going to get the evolve screen shown up here. A few conditions need to be met before you can evolve a medal. The first thing is that the level needs to be at its maximum, meaning that you have to hit a levels cap before you can evolve a medal. So let's try and evolve a medal that isn't at its level cap. So this is a Diz. As you can see, it's level 52 out of 80. If I try to evolve it, this number becomes red, and the evolve button doesn't exist, meaning that I can't evolve him until I level him up to level 80, which is the level cap. So going back to Alice here. So the level cap is the first thing you have to meet. The next thing you have to meet is going to be these evolve medals here. Now as you can see, for this particular one, I need 3 of these Mickeys and 2 of these fairies here. The evolve medals are different for each level, and all your evolve medals can be found by filtering for evolve medals. So these are all the evolve medals that I have. I'm missing a few of the fairies, but I do have most of them. So for level 1, you're going to have to use these Cheshire Cats. For level 2, evolving into level 3... Sorry, I'm using the word level. For going from a 1-star to a 2-star medal, you're going to use Cheshire Cats. For a 2-star to a 3-star, you're going to use Merlin. For a 3-star to a 4-star, you're going to use Fairy Godmothers. For a 4-star to a 5-star, you're actually going to use 2 different medals. So you're going to have to use a Yen Sid medal, as well as the fairy of the color that you're trying to level up, and that one's also going to have to be at 4 stars. So let's say I'm evolving a blue medal from level 4, from 4 stars to 5 stars. I'm going to need to use this 4-star blue fairy medal too. I don't have any copies of the red or the green one, but they look pretty similar. From evolving from a 5 to a 6-star, you're going to need these Fantasia Mickeys, and like you needed for the 4-star to 5-star, you're going to need the corresponding fairy, which is also going to be 5 stars. Alright, so let me show you examples here. So let's sort out for any medals with attack points on them. So for evolving this 1-star into a 2-star, you're going to need 1 Cheshire Cat. For evolving this 2-star to a 3-star, you're going to need 2 Merlins. For the 3-star to a 4-star, it's going to be 3 Fairy Godmothers. For a 4-star to a 5-star, it's going to be 2 Yen Sid medals plus 2 of the fairy medals for a total of 4 medals. So you're using 2 different medals, but a total of 4. Lastly, going from a 5-star to a 6-star, it's going to be 3 of the Fantasia Mickeys plus 2 of the 5-star fairy medals. Again, the fairies have to be of the same attribute, otherwise it's not going to work. So I can't use a red 5-star fairy for a blue 5-star to a 6-star. To get those medals under your quests, you either get them as drops from the regular missions, or you can go to the special missions and get them here. So that's going to be these evolve medals, this first one is going to be for the Cheshire Cat, the Merlin, and the Fairy Godmother medals, and it's normally available on Fridays. And then the 4-star Yensid and the 5-star Fantasia Mickey are going to be available Saturday and Sunday. So that's how you're going to get these medals if you can't get them randomly as drops. Actually, there's 2 more things we have to go over here. The first one is going to be how much it's going to cost to level up each medal. Or to evolve each medal. So, the cost is going to be different for different stars. So from a 1-star to a 2-star, it's going to cost 3,000 money. For a 2-star to a 3-star, it's going to be 8,000 money. From a 3-star to a 4-star, it's going to be 15,000 money. For a 4-star into a 5, it's going to be 40,000 money. And lastly, from a 5-star to a 6-star medal, it's going to be 80,000 money. So overall, leveling up, you're paying about roughly 140,000 just to level up one medal from 1-star to 6-star. So once you meet that cost, there is one more thing you need to pay attention to, and this actually kind of screwed me over pretty bad. So if you go to your equipment and you look under your Keyblade stats, there's this thing called cost here. Now this is really important only when you start getting 6-star medals, because before 6-star medals, the cost of the other ones are going to be like 10 or like 11, 12, something really, really small. However, let's see if we go here, evolve, you can see the cost jumps from 14 to 46. Now this is important because this cost value right here represents how much, what's a good way to word this? Cost is pretty much how much you can put on a Keyblade before it hits its capacity. That wasn't really a good example to use. But pretty much the total cost of all your medals that you put on here needs to be less than your maximum amount. So the maximum amount is going to be on the right. It's going to be this 180 value. And the cost of the medals I have on is going to be on the left here. As you can see, for a 5-star medal, the cost is only 14. But the moment you try and evolve it, it's going to jump to 46. Now that's going to be a big problem because normally you would think, why wouldn't I want all my medals to be 6 stars? And the reason is this number right here. Now that's going to be a big thing you're going to want to pay attention to, because if you don't have a high cost, you don't want to have a medal you can't use. So just be wary of that. Be wary that the moment you try to evolve a medal from 5 to 6 stars, the cost is going to go up, and you don't want to screw yourself over by having this super powerful medal that you put so much into, and then you just can't use it just because it's too expensive. Hopefully that was a good enough explanation of cost. I'm sorry it was kind of, weird and didn't make much sense. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I'll try my best to address them here. Alright, lastly, evolving a medal increases the skill of it. So as you can see, this 5-star Alice has Dispel +4. If I evolve it, it becomes Dispel +5. Meaning that it's pretty much just going to do more damage, as you can see right here. So that's pretty much the overview for how to evolve a medal. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. This one you should be able to pick up just by playing the game. But otherwise, feel free to rewind this video here. To close out this video, I'm going to evolve this Alice medal. And oh, you see, it even gives me the warning it's going to exceed my equipment cost. Alright, so let's evolve this one here. Alright, so the things that have changed are flashing in yellow, so it's going to be the strength, defense, cost, and the strength of the skill. They all went up. Now, actually, this is perfect. I can go and show you guys, actually. So now you see my cost is 190 over the maximum of 180. And if I try to get out of this menu, I can't even leave because it'll tell me it exceeds my equipment cost. So I'm going to have to sub that Alice in with something that lowers the cost to below my maximum amount. Its odds are it's going to have to be some sort of 5-star medal. There you go. Now the Keyblade has a cost that I can use, and I can get out of this menu and continue doing quests. Well, if the game would load fast enough, that is. Alright, well that's it for evolving medals. Hopefully you guys found that useful if you're a beginner, or if, you just needed help on evolving medals. Alright, with that being said, that closes us out. You guys have a good night, and take it easy as always.